My goal is, by the time I am 100, to go to 100 countries.
Evelyn, what are some travel myths people need to stop believing immediately?
Travel myths.
Travel myths.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is, you're too old to travel. That's a myth. It is not. In our experiences, especially this last trip we were on, there were probably people my age or even older.
I don't know if they were older.
Well, I don't know if they were older or not. But and if they have a handicap, they had their canes, they had their walkers, they had their scooters, even some had a motorized.
Proud of them.
Yeah. So we were so pleased to see this.
Another one is that you don't have to be rich.
And what is the weirdest food you have ever tried?
Oh, Mother, you're going to tell. I know what you're going to say.
What?
The food.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you're going to say.
Listen, there is nothing that you have never experienced until you have had KFC.
Now, do you know KFC? You know what that is?
You know what KFC in Cambodia?
It's different in Cambodia.
KFC stands for
Cambodian
Fried
Cricket.
and it's chicken.
So, folks, you have tuned into TGV and hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series, the world's only quadrilingual podcast at this moment of recording. And we are trying to embark into multiple languages as we speak. And here we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. And we want to simplify and amplify your journey to success. I'm your host, Navin Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place by bringing you wisdom through valuable discussions with experts designed to simplify and amplify your success. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, folks, we are joined by Evelyn and Natalie, a dynamic mother-daughter duo who have traveled across all 7 continents, 88 countries and still counting, and also 50 states, and chronicling their incredible adventures in Have a Love Affair with the Travel, which is an amazing book published, authored by them. And Evelyn, a 90-year-old author of 22 books, and Natalie is a CEO and communications expert. And both are on a mission to inspire purpose-driven travel and lifelong learning across the globe. So, Evelyn and Natalie, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Pleasure to have you. And first things first, why should somebody tune into our conversation today and spend their valuable time with us?
Because we want people to travel. We want to teach you actually how to travel and have a stress-free travel.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So, folks, today we are going to delve into an interesting conversation on the topic at hand. Travel, which is the new fountain of youth, and 7 continents, 88 countries, and endless wisdom. But before we get started, here is an exciting twist as always. Let us tickle our guest's brain first. So, Evelyn and Natalie, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words, and I'll mention a few random questions this time. So, I'll mention a few questions, and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response. And if you're ready, let's get started. And I'll ask a question, and whoever wants to answer, probably you can go ahead and answer, okay?
Hello, I'm Steve Ahern, one of the judges of the Asia Podcast Awards. I'm interrupting this episode to let you know that you're listening to an award-winning podcast. This podcast won its category in the 2024 Podcast Awards, so you know you're listening to quality. Enjoy your listening experience, and congratulations to the team who created this award-winning podcast for you.
So my first question is, what is the most overrated tourist destination that you have been to?
Oh, let me tell you this. We went to the Louvre, and we went there to see Mona Lisa. and we couldn't get in. It was
Too
so
crowded.
mobbed. It was crowded, and we tried to squeeze in, and everybody was holding their cell phones up, taking pictures. And guess what?
Couldn't see it.
We never got to see Mona Lisa. So that was a sad experience there.
Okay. And which country has the worst airports?
Athens.
Okay.
I would say Athens. It's just too crowded, too hot. It's just it's a hard airport to go through.
In fact, that was our first airport. That we went into London and flew into Athens, and that was our first one to go back to the U.S. And it would have been terrible to say if we felt that was the last one. We went back there later, and it had
much better.
Okay. And have you ever traveled without packing a single bag?
I would say no, but I lost my luggage in Miami Airport when we went to Antarctica, and and that was a disaster. But they actually flew our luggage, and we finally got it right there at the very end.
So we planned to we would have to trade clothes. She would go someplace, and she could wear all my clothes.
So we got creative.
Yeah, we had to be creative.
Creativity and sometimes crisis leads to all these inventions and innovations, right? Okay. And what is the longest you have gone without taking a shower while traveling?
I would say probably about 3 days. We were in Russia, and we were in a stop, and the water, when you draw the water in your bathtub, there were little bugs doing the backstroke. So that was probably the longest.
I would like to add to that. We were in Bolivia, and it was very, very cold, and they turned off the heat at 4:00.
So
And after you didn't get to take a shower. You just hoped. We've had interesting bathroom experiences. Yes.
Right. And have you ever pretended to be a local to get a better deal?
I have tried when I was in Norway, but I did not succeed. I did not have the right accent, so it didn't work.
In Turkey,
In Turkey.
we went into the bazaar, and we know that you guys are movie stars. Come on and buy a rug or
So
whatever.
they gave us a lot of discounts and things for free just because of blue eyes, but that only happened.
And if you could teleport to any country right now, where would you go?
I would go to Tibet. I really want to go to Tibet. Where would you go?
Mongolia.
Mongolia. Okay. Spot on. And biggest cultural shock you have ever experienced?
I would say going to India, because we'd read about India and so forth, but being there, it was the most exhilarating experience. From what we have read, we could just throw all of that away, because what we really did experience, it was so diverse and so interesting. And our guide became our best friend, and we keep up with him now also. And he wants us to come back to India.
I would actually say Iceland, because when we went there, it never turned dark. It was always light. It was always daytime. So that was an experience.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what is the most bizarre mode of transport you have used?
Elephant. We rode an elephant in India.
In India, up to the palace.
Yeah.
We also, I would say, a camel in the Sahara Desert.
Okay.
And you don't want to hear, or you do not want to hear a story about camels.
The camels in the
When
Sahara
we
Desert.
speak, we tell about our experience with camels, riding a camel.
And would you rather explore the depths of the ocean or the heights of space?
Neither.
Both.
Show you how different we are. We get along really well.
Yes.
We are able to accept each other's differences and places that they would like to go and things we would like to do. And that works real well. You have to like someone that you're traveling with. And we like you.
Love it, love it. And did you guys ever had a major language blunder while traveling?
I'll go first on this
Okay.
one. So I was in Spain, and I was telling somebody that I thought their dog was cute, but instead I said their butt was cute.
It's
It's very simple.
dog.
So
P-E-R-O means but, like conjunction.
the conjunction,
Yeah, but
but
they what?
we had fun.
And which place had the scariest public restroom experience?
Tell 'em.
Bolivia. And I'm gonna tell you, it was way out in the salt flats in the desert, and, it was so scary, I would not even go in, I went behind. That's how scary it was.
And how desperate we were not to go in. If you think of a bathroom being haunted, that one evidently was well haunted.
Okay. And what is the funniest local superstition that you have come across?
Oh, I love this one. Turkey, blue eyes. They Turkey and Greece, all that area, the Middle East, they have the superstition about the blue eyes where they have the little I don't know what you call them, maybe souvenirs. But what you do is the blue eyes absorbs evil, especially if envious of you. And so today, to this very day, in my office, I have a big blue eye hanging on there so that I have no problems. But that doesn't always work.
Tell you, we were in Iceland, and if you going to Iceland is great, but getting to talk to the people, they really do have superstitions about what are called the folk. And these are little people that can do things, or they can even stop a road. And we went to a road that somebody had made these folks mad, and they had to stop it.
So they actually believe it.
And
They look like little trolls.
Yeah, little trolls. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So thank you for sharing all those experiences and all. And that was great rapid fire round. And we have one more rapid fire round towards the end of the episode. And thank you so much for participating in this round so sportively. And also thank you for being part of our journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe. And let's get the ball rolling. And so this question I want both of you to answer. And who is your guiding voice? One by one.
Your faith. Who's your faith?
I would say that
Guiding voice.
that my guiding voice is my faith, and it has been for 90 years, and I plan for it to be there for the next 90 years.
My guiding light is my mother. She really is. So I have a great relationship with her, and I listen to her most of the time.
Good one. And this question is again to both of you, and I don't mind in what order you want to answer. Talk to us about top 3 things that have contributed to your success so far. Like share your success mantra.
I would say my passion, as you probably can see it when I talk, to actually not just to travel but to live. That would be one of mine. Mhm. What would be
And one of mine is that I'm very
Curiosity.
positive.
Yeah.
In other words, when things come up, we say, "Hey, look, don't worry, it's going to be okay." And if I'm traveling, especially because so many things can happen, planes can be late, or we have some other stories we could tell, but we won't do that now. But I would say that those are some of the things. Being very positive, yeah,
Enjoy life. Live life.
having humor.
That's a good one.
Uh-huh. Uh, just so sad. See, evidently you have a great sense of humor.
Yes.
And
You put up with us.
you put up with us, so we know that you have a great sense of humor. No, you're gonna live a long time. You will outlive me.
180 years, right? 180 years, right?
Years, right, exactly.
Okay. And Evelyn, at 90, right? You are a living proof that travel keeps you young. And what is your secret to staying energetic and passionate about life?
Every morning when I get up, I say, I'm going to learn something new today. I am going to, um, uh, I am going to be part of what I've called all of my life an information junkie. And that keeps me going when I get up. And of course, travel is part of that too, because we are learning, as we travel, we are learning about new things and new cultures.
But Naveen, what's so interesting about my mother is that she also portrays that hope. And so while she is 90 and we have traveled to 88 countries, her goal is
My goal is by the time I am 100 to go to 100 countries.
You will do it.
we're working on it.
Hey, we got one more just recently. We
So-
got the Dominican.
Yeah, so
We've got
we're actually up to
89
89 now.
Yeah.
Oh, 89. Amazing. And incidentally, Evelyn, you are the oldest guest on the platform, along with Jim Flaherty. I hosted him last year. He was 89 at that time. So he might have turned 90. And you are the next one, like the 90-year-old guest. And the youngest guest on my show is a 9-year-old girl. Okay, so 9 to 90. I have hosted
Wow.
people from.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah. And Natalie, this is to you. Like, how has traveling to 88 countries shaped your understanding of purpose and also personal growth?
I'll tell you, traveling to one of the countries I went to really changed my life. And it was from what happened to us when we went to Israel. That was a wonderful time to go, but also at the time, there were a lot of things happening, well, still to this very day. And what it taught me was one thing, that what is out of your control, don't worry. You can't worry about it. And to this very day, especially with my profession, it's a very stressful profession. If it's out of my control, I do not worry about it. I only deal with things that are in my control.
I'd love to tell you about a situation that has been kind of developed another mantra is we were in Vietnam. And I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of Vietnam and Cambodia. They have these mopeds, and they are coming 90 miles an hour.
Thousands
of
of
them,
them at you.
and there's no stoplights. There are no red lights. There are no
Crosswalks.
crosswalks.
Mhm.
So our guide says, okay, follow me. And he got out, just held his hand up, and he said this, it's a secret. Don't look back.
Go
Always look forward. Don't look down.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because if you look back and you stop, that's when they hit you.
Mhm. So we
So
crossed
we
the
made
road
it.
and we didn't have any problems.
Great. And you call world travel the new MBA, right? So can you unpack that for us? Like, what can travel teach us that formal education cannot?
Oh, wow. An MBA is to develop skills for a business and being a leader. And there is nothing more to develop those leadership skills than to travel, because this is where it teaches you to deal with stressful situations.
Okay.
It teaches you to get out of your comfort zone. It teaches you to understand other cultures and other people, which is very important as a leader. So that's why we say it's more important than an MBA.
And Natalie, can you share one travel experience that completely shifted your perspective on life?
Completely shifted my life. Let's see. What would that be?
You can tell that about Israel again, because She didn't give you any details
No,
on
I
this.
didn't.
So if you want details on this one.
No, but with the Israel, the guide kept saying, "Don't no worries, it's okay. No worries, it's okay." And every time in every city we went to, there was something that happened to us, and he kept saying, "No worries, it's okay." And I will tell you that really did single-handedly change me, because before that, I would get anxious, I would get, kind of worried, I'd get, upset about things, and after that trip and after working with him, it really did teach me that, again, those things that are in your control, you can handle those things, all right? But those things that are out of your control, let them roll right off you. That really has taught me, and I use that in my business every day.
We had another opportunity to use it in a airport. We were dropped off in the wrong place, and we were, getting kind of and we looked at each other and said,
No
"No
worries,
worries,
it's
it's
okay."
okay. We're going to figure it out," and we did.
And we did, everything was
And we're here. It's okay.
Evelyn, what are some travel myths people need to stop believing immediately?
travel myths.
Travel
Mm,
myths.
mhm.
One of them is, "You're too old to travel." That's a myth. It is not. In our experiences, especially this last trip we were on, there were probably people my age or even older
I don't know
that
if they were older.
well, I don't know if they were older or not, but and if they have a handicap, they had their canes, they had their walkers, they had their scooters, even
They
some had
yeah,
a motorized,
proud
uh,
of them.
yeah, so we were so pleased to see this.
Another one is that you don't have to be rich. You don't. There's so many different ways to travel, and so many opportunities, and you just have to learn how to
My,
do it.
my next question is the same thing. Like you have inspired thousands to embrace lifelong learning through travel. So how can someone with limited means still explore the world meaningfully?
This is a one we get asked all the time, and I start with
Mhm.
saying, "Start local." You don't have to go, to China or anything like that. You don't have to start off with that. Start local. Start with just maybe a 2 hours, a place around your home, maybe within 2 hours, and that's what I do. I tell people to start that. There's other types of things, to do. What we do, we have a certain credit card that we use that we actually build points, and because of that, now I pay it off every single month. I now don't take a credit card and not pay it off. You've gotta do that. You've got to pay it off every single month. But what we do is I charge everything on that credit card. Therefore, I'm raising these points so I can travel to Delhi on first class, where I can't afford that if I didn't have that opportunity. So these are little tips like that that you can do.
And tell us a life-threatening or intensely challenging travel moment that later became a cherished memory.
We have quite a few challenging moments, but um, I would say uh, uh, going to Bolivia was probably it was the worst of trips and the best of trips. Uh, we learned so much, but we also had so many, experiences that we would need to say, "Hey, it's okay, let's
Yeah,
go ahead." Okay.
actually, we got stuck. Our Jeep broke down in the desert. I mean, it just broke down, and no one coming by, for hours. You have to have, the driver has to be a really good mechanic, and he was, thank God.
And
So
she had just dreamed the night before
yeah,
that we broke down
yeah,
and that we
I did.
died in the desert,
But we survived.
but we didn't, and we're here.
And then we are doing a podcast.
It's scary when you start dreaming that, and it happens, and I'm not usually that good, let's put it that way.
All right. So, Evelyn and Natalie, this has been amazing conversation so far, and it's time for us to add some more excitement and some more fun to the episode. And let us add some spice by kicking off the second rapid fire round. And if you're ready, let's get started again. I don't mind whoever wants to answer, or both of you want to answer. That's fine. So, If you're ready, let's get started. Okay. So my first question is, if you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
I've got it. Travel is my therapy.
Mine is travel is a new fountain of youth.
And can you describe yourself in just one word? I think both of you can answer this.
I am positive.
And I'm bold.
One country you can visit over and over.
Over and over and over. One country I could visit over and over and over. Oh gosh, that was so hard when you asked that because I loved so many different countries. I know mothers.
Uh-huh.
You tell them yours first, and then I'll tell mine.
India?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
India.
Because she.
Somehow my gut feel said you guys are going to mention India.
I loved India. We only got to see part of it.
India's so huge.
It was so huge. But we really developed a great feel for it. And for, as I said, our guide now is still a friend. We keep up with him on Facebook.
Superb. And what is the weirdest food you have ever tried?
Oh, mother, you're going to tell it. I know what you're going to say.
What?
The food.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you're going to say.
Listen, there is nothing that you have never experienced until you have had KFC.
Now, do you know KFC? You know what that is?
You know what KFC in Cambodia?
Oh, not in it's different in Cambodia.
KFC stands for
Cambodian
Fried
Crickets.
and it's chicken.
Well, crispy chicken.
It's crispy. Yeah.
Okay. And what is the funniest travel disaster?
Oh gosh, the funniest travel disaster. Do we have a funny travel disaster?
Gee.
I think we always every single travel. I mean, every single time we have a disaster. I would say the funniest one. There are a lot of disasters that are not funny. Like when we were in Tunisia and we were there during the Arab Spring. That wasn't funny. Wow, you can't even recall one.
No.
Funny.
Yeah. Just to ask us a terrible one.
Or when we were in Israel, when we were trying to land and our we were landing in actually in Amman, Jordan, and our plane just kept circling and circling and circling, and finally we heard this boom, and we landed and we taxied by phone trucks, ambulances, fire trucks. And then when we got there, we found out that our landing gear was not dropping, and we were getting ready to land on our belly of the plane. But fortunately, it did drop. And so while it wasn't funny, it was very fortunate that we survived that one. But that is something I will never forget.
It was funny in ways looking out there and seeing
all of the trucks, all the phone trucks.
Yeah,
that was funny. I'm like, what is all that about?
We didn't know. We didn't have any idea.
Okay. Yeah. And then what's always in your backpack?
My cell phone. My cell phone and my power pack, keep it going in case I can't plug it in. What's your Mom?
Mine, cosmetics. 90 years. If I didn't, I would be scaring you. What is the scariest? What is the scariest interview that Naveen has ever had? He would say, the two Kellys.
No, that's true.
And best travel hack that no one talks about.
Best travel. Oh, I've got one. And nobody talks about this. And you can't even Google this one. You can't even find it anywhere. When I travel, I always take some of my older underwear, panties, whatever you want to call them. And I take them and I throw them away every single day. so that I'm not bringing back, dirty clothes. And so it adds a little more room to my suitcase so I can buy more souvenirs. But I take and I throw those away, and you will not find that anywhere.
And what is so funny about that, we were on a ship, and this, guy was cleaning our bathroom each day, and each day he would pull out the dirty underwear and put it back up so that she would have it. He thought that
That is not
I thought you
I'm
made
like,
a
"I threw
mistake.
it away."
So every day we would find a new thing of dirty
Oh,
underwear. That was funny.
anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. And name a country on your bucket list that you haven't been to yet.
Oh, yes, yes. I haven't been yet. On my bucket list that I wanna go
Now, Natalie was
I
telling me not to tell you this one, 'cause people really don't care about the stands,
Oh, yeah.
like Uzbekistan and Turkestan, but that's where I want to go. It's really kind of a hot tourist destination right now. So, uh, that's on my bucket list, along with others.
I'd like to go to North Korea, but we're not allowed there.
I guess I'll be going.
Best, street food city. Wow, that one is tough, but I know one. I know one. It would be Bogota, Colombia. I usually don't go there for food, a lot of people do. People like to go to countries for food, but I will tell you, I will never forget it. The food just exploded in my mouth. It was that good.
And I liked, the only street food that we don't just eat fried things from there, but we will take some of their fruit,
Mhm.
and some of the best fruit I've ever had, and different types of fruit that we weren't familiar with. It was in Central America, in Nicaragua. Yeah. Mm, yeah, very good.
Which continent has the friendliest people?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I would say, India. They were very friendly. The women actually would come up and they actually would touch my hair. They were always very kind. And I would say India. I would also say, Vietnam. Wouldn't you say
Mhm.
Vietnam was
Yeah.
very, very friendly? Mhm.
And don't forget the Southern United States.
Yes.
Please forget that. Go to Florida.
Yeah. Very friendly.
We're friendly anyway.
Okay, okay, okay. And then one phrase you have learned in a foreign language that you love.
Oh, I know one. You won't believe this one. I love this in Spanish. ¿Cómo se llama el perro? That means, what's the name of your dog? So if you ever go up to someone and they're strangers and they have a little dog and you go up and say, ¿Cómo se llama el perro? They will tell you their name and they will be your friend.
They will.
They like that you ask about their dog in Spanish.
I would say
Okay.
my
I'll
one
try this.
word, "Oi." Oi, oi, oi. In Brazil, in Portuguese, to say hello, you would say "Oi," and we enjoyed it so much, we would just go walk around saying "Oi, oi, oi," and it sounded like a pig, right? That's why it was so cool. You have a sense of
Even in my mother tongue, Telugu, O is a naughty way of calling somebody. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
naughty way of addressing somebody. Oi.
Oi.
Yeah, we were on a trip in the Amazon, and
Yeah.
of course, these were Portuguese. It was a Portuguese,
Yeah.
boat that we were on, and, we met people, and the only word that they could say to us was "Oi."
Oi.
So that was the
We
only
say
one
"Oi"
that
back.
that was the only Portuguese word we picked up was "Oi."
Okay,
It's fun.
great. And here comes the last one for the second rapid fire round. What is one electronic gadget that you like to see or invent yourself?
I do know one. I would love if I had like on Star Trek and you get on the I can't remember it's called what is it transporter or whatever the thing that they would just disappear and then they automatically go someone so it's like transport.
Teleporter.
Yes, that's it.
Teleportation kind of.
That's what I would create because That way, I wouldn't have to go to airports. I wouldn't have to stand in line at the TSA. I wouldn't have to do anything. I could just go directly to that country. Anything
I would love to have we are writing a new book.
Uh,
Our book, Have a Love Affair with Travel, is what we're talking with you about, but we are writing a new book, Have a Love Affair with the USA, in which we are talking about things that have happened to us, kind of like we have in our travel book, as we travel the USA. So this, what I would love to have is somebody that could get that written for me next week.
well, I think that's called ChatGPT.
No, we don't do that. We're not gonna
No, we don't do that, no way.
we don't do that.
But it would be nice to do because that way we would make our deadline.
Super. I thoroughly enjoyed the second rapid fire round as well. Super energetic, both of you. And let's flip back to the mainstream. So, how can families use travel to bond deeply across generations as you both have? So, either of you can answer, or both of you can answer. I'm fine.
Number one, you have to like each other. I mean, I know some people will say, with my daughter, we wouldn't get along for 5 minutes. But we have to compromise. And I think that's one thing you have to learn is that you have to give and you have to take. So we are give and take people. She has things that she likes. I have things that I like to do. Then we have things together that we do. So I think that's one thing that we would like to mention to families. You can do it, but there has to be some compromise with it. You have to look on.
And another thing I would say is that when families travel together, again, these could just be road trips. They don't have to be going overseas or anything like that.
And we better.
But
Yeah,
also is to actually get the children involved. Have them make some of the decisions on where to go, or have them make the decision like, if we stop here, what would you like to do? Is there springs, or is there something natural, something we can go to for that? So it's getting the children engaged and involved.
Even I love road trips because we get a chance to bond and talk, right? Because especially if you're traveling by air, you'll not have that particular thing, right? So, yeah, love it. And honestly, like, this is one of the best episodes I've done on the platform. I enjoyed talking to you. This is one of the funniest and most enjoyable conversation. And how is your experience being hosted on The Guiding Voice?
Thank you.
Listen, thank you for sending those thought-provoking.
We actually had a ball
We
looking at
had
those.
a ball. Usually we don't get questions that are probing.
Right.
I call them probing questions.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah,
Those were fun.
I like them. They're fun, and it gave us a chance to kind of
Really,
revamp
and
because
bond.
right
Mhm.
now she's going places and I'm doing stuff, and we're trying to get some other things together. So that gave us a chance to do that. So thank you.
Pleasure is mine, and wish you all the best. And Evelyn, I'm sure you are going to travel to 100 countries by the time you reach 100, and you are going to live 180 years. And we'll do one more episode after that. And I wish your book becomes a bestseller, and wish you all the best on the second one as well. Yeah.
It already has been a bestseller for Amazon. It's also we got an award just recently, an international award for tickets on it yet. Or the little, yeah.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, and thank you for you were the first to get in touch with us.
So we always have a very special place in our heart for you.
Wow. I'm privileged. Thank you so much. And it was such a pleasure talking to both. And yeah, as I said, wish you all the best in everything that you do. All right. So looking forward to hosting you again in future.
Thank you, Dean.
All right. So, friends, that was our amazing conversation with Evelyn and Natalie Kelly. And before we get into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. If you have enjoyed the conversation and found it useful, request you to share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues or family members, whoever you think would like The Guiding Voice, or spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you. And now it's time for us to cruise into the trivia segment. So today's trivia is about two lesser known and interesting facts about the origins of world travel. You know, the first one is pilgrimage sparked some of the earliest global travel networks. Long before travel became a leisure activity, religious pilgrimages were one of the primary reasons people crossed continents. Destinations like Mecca, Santiago de Compostela, and Varanasi created some of the world's earliest travel corridors. And those journeys unintentionally laid the foundation for global trade routes and cross cultural exchanges and even the spread of ideas, technologies, and languages. In a way, spirituality fueled the first wave of international tourism. And second fact is the ancient passport was invented by the Persian Empire. Most people think
Mhm.
passports are a modern concept, but the first documented form of travel permit comes from 450 BCE during the reign of Persian king Artaxerxes. Artaxerxes. Okay, I'm sure I'm goofing up this pronunciation, but Artaxerxes one. And in the Bible, the Persian king gave Nehemiah letters, like basically early passports requesting safe passage through different territories. And these letters were essential for crossing regions safely, making the Persian Empire one of the first to formalize controlled travel across borders. So these are the two things I wanted to share. Likewise, if you are aware of any less known facts related to travel, do let me know, or you can share any of your memorable travel experiences as well. If you're watching this episode on YouTube, you can comment there. Or if you found this episode on Spotify, you can comment there as well. Or you can reach out to me through social media as well. So, folks, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV family. So, until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.